You hit the exacta? $2,000 exacta. Let's go. Fucking syndicate. Let's go.
Daily double number 9, a 34-1 shot. Awesome win to start the day. Keep adding it up. Elio.
Honestly, I've had time to prove. No, I haven't. No.
This is business for us. I'm not there for friggin' kissy. I'm here to make money.
Welcome, double show, Saratoga edition. It's Thursday. I am going to Saratoga in about an hour, 60 minutes. I'm at my restaurant. All of a sudden, my wife dropped my 4 kids off to me. She's got a dentist appointment, so it's holding me back a little bit. I might have to wait another hour. When you have 4 kids, shit happens. We have teamed up with DraftKings to bring in an offer you don't want to miss. If you are a new customer, you can receive a deposit match up to $250 when you deposit $25 or more and complete the 2x playthrough requirement. Download DK Horse, the number 1 ranked horse betting app in America, and sign up using my promo code Elio, ELIO. Yes. Mike, how you doing, buddy?
What's up, buddy? Happy Travers Week.
Yeah, I'm excited to be down there. I gotta tell about my huge win yesterday. So I had 2 doubles yesterday. I had my dollar play was a $2 bet, and then I had a $2 double, which is a $4 play. So my dollar bet that cost me $2, I had that a lot of times, paid $3.20.
Yep.
So I made $1.20 on the return, and then my second ticket that I cashed, I lost 80 cents on the return, so I won 40 cents yesterday on the double.
Listen, cash and tickets. Let's go. Let's start to get a little bankroll boost for Big Travers Week. Just a little bit. It's better than ripping up tickets, that's for sure.
That is so. Normally, I'm all crazy after a win. I couldn't even get. I made a little video and I X'd it out. I said, no, I can't do it. I can't even send it out. And like I had a few people DM me like, you won. I was like, yeah, actually I won 40 cents. So yeah, I do. But anyway, Mike, I actually wanted to talk to you a little bit about a question that I had. Is WEI, I used to follow you when you were on it. You guys were like the king of the castle. And then obviously I know about 98.5, the hub.
Sure. They
sort of took over as being the number one. But everybody, whenever I hear people from EEI talk, and I'm not a huge sports radio guy, I like to listen for like 5 minutes and then, that's it. But I always hear the people from EEI who either are there now or left. They're always saying it's management that is the issue. And you've worked there forever. Tell me, what is the reason?
Yeah, I think it's 2 things. The first thing that happened, because EEI and the Sports Hub were competitive for a while. The first mistake that was made is management sided with an activist instead of their hosts, and a great show. I think the best morning show in Boston, the Kirk and Callahan show, got broken up, and that was a big part of station management not having the back of their talent in that case. Go back to look at those books that summer. EEI was number 1 or number 2 in every day part. They're now like 19 and 20 in some day parts. So that's the first thing that happened is management sided with an activist over Kirk and Jerry, and that was a terrible move by them. The last 18 months has been it's a separate issue, but the guy who put the programming together, like they lost 65% of the audience the last 18 months or so. So the first thing was you could see where it happened. The last one thing is just programming. And now they're in a spot where, you saw it yesterday, Elio, like they're just moving people around. Like their afternoon show right now is called the WEEI Afternoon Show, which sounds like something you'd hear in like a bad TV show about sports radio. So I think it was 2 pieces here. It started with Kirk and Jerry and what happened with that show. And most recently, just some bad programming decisions after 10 a.m.
Jeez, so they can't get it. They can't, because they could have I don't think it's a lost cause. So they just screw up after screw up, basically. Yeah,
they put people on the air that quite frankly, the audience rejected them. Like if you look at the ratings from last year at this time to this year, they lost like 65% after 10 a.m. They put people on the air. The audience flatly rejected guys who were out of the market, guys who worked at 98.5. They put people in place that, you have to have a show people want to listen to or entertained by. And just based on the numbers, right? The numbers say that was not happening. So they made some major changes. I don't think it's going to have any effect whatsoever. I think 98.5 is an unbelievable spot. They continue to be a ratings monster, and I think it's going to be a turnover of management, eventually different talent that'll get EEI back, but it's not going to be anytime soon.
Yeah, so the only one that does decent is the morning show, correct?
Yeah, Greg Hill's show has done really well, and what's surprising about that to me is that it's not getting helped by the rest of the station. Like, he goes off the air with, let's call it a 10 share, and the midday show was getting like a 2. So you were losing like 75-80% of your audience from 10 o'clock on. And so to continue to do well when the rest of the station is not performing, I will give him credit. Like, I did not expect that success from Greg's show, but they're right there with Fred over on 98.5 and a bunch of other shows at the top of the market for men and women these last couple of weeklies. So they're doing well. The rest of the station's doing very poorly.
All right. Well, that answers my question. I've always wanted to know that, what the hell was going on with. They were the only king. They were the kings everywhere.
They were, and what happened was they were late to FM. We want to go way back. I sound like Glenn Ord right now. We'll go way back here. They didn't go to FM early enough, and then what happened with Kirk and Jerry, and then programming the last 18 months or so. It's been really a 3-pronged disaster for that station, and now. Again, the show in the afternoon in one of the biggest markets in the country, Elio, is called the WEEI Afternoon Show. Yeah,
it's just, I mean, you almost feel bad for those I don't know who's doing that, but you almost feel bad. There's a 99% chance you're gonna fail. So
yeah, and I think there's other changes coming too. I don't think necessarily the lineup there will be the lineup in a couple of months, but there are some changes, and people have a choice. And right now, the only choice they're making from a radio standpoint, sports wise, is 98.5.
And they 98.5, they are good all the way through, in my opinion. I mean, they've got 3 talented shows. I thought.
Oh, their numbers are unbelievable, and Joe Murray does huge numbers at night. So I mean, they're just from 6 a.m. until midnight. They're dominating EEI. It's not really a fair battle right now. It's like Saratoga against me. This summer has been an unfair battle. Saratoga's killing me. That is 98.5 EEI right now. That's the scoreboard.
Yeah, well, so I'm heading to Saratoga today, and I went my online banking. What does it mean when there's a minus sign before your account? I don't know. Does that mean that you could take out money? I'm not really sure.
Usually, I have my 2 boys up here with me, and they'll bet along during the races. And normally, it's like, hey, no problem, but it through my account a couple bucks. And yesterday, I was like, guys, did you bring your own money? You got your own cash, fellas? Dad's had a rough summer so far. So why don't you get your win play show bets out of your own budget this week?
Uncle Davey, I need you. All right. Race 1, actually. So I saw I didn't see your second pick, but I saw your race 1 picks, and actually those were the 3 horses I liked. But so tell me about them.
Yeah, I mean, this is a tough race. I like the 2 scratched out, Miss Welch scratch in this race. The 8 with the Angels, like I don't know. I look at the Clocker reports, courtesy of the LA Racing Forum, and the Clocker reports on this horse are really, really good. And you're seeing the early money. Like I looked a few minutes ago, 5-2, 3-1 off of a 6-1 morning line. 21% the sire, first-time starters, 2-year-olds, taking money, completely makes sense. The number 5, Stone Smuggler for Jorge Abreu. He does really well. And Irad Ortiz getting on a Jorge Abreu horse, Elio.
Yes.
2-year-olds on the dirt last 5 years, 4 for 11, 36%. So it's almost like they tell Irad, hey, this is a good one. Get on this horse. So I'm going to use that one as well. And now the only horse left that's raced before is the number 10, Vamente. Was inside last time, blinkers on, a little bit of traffic trouble. Now gets outside, should have some really speed. Nothing crazy. Wish I had a better opinion, but the 3, I think, logical horses in the first leg, 8, 5, and 10 for me in this 2-year-old race.
Okay, so I might as well just follow you on that. I took the 5 and the 10. I left out the 8. Just the only reason I left out the 8 is because Linda Rice has killed me this meet. The meet before she couldn't lose. Now all the big races that I've bet her, she's lost. So I am just 5, and I agree with you. The Ortiz thing. As soon as I saw him riding Abreu, I was like, I'm on that horse. 5, 10. And I also like the 2 that scratched as well. So I'm 5, 10 in race 1. Now we go to race 2.
Yeah, so I'm going to be really stupid and stubborn in race 2. I see you pick Gina Romantica, the 5, by far the most likely winner. But I am just so sick and tired of watching speed horses on the turf at Saratoga get an easy lead and beat Elio. And it happened yesterday, the only turf race, the John's Call, wire to wire, never was touched. And look, this is a tough race. There's 4 horses in here, 3 from Chad Brown, 1 from Todd Pletcher. So now you have to play this game of, okay, which jockey's talking to Chad? What does Chad want to do? But the reality is the B flies by my head. The number 4 here, Buta Cache, is a speed horse and maybe the only speed horse in this field. Yeah. The number 3 is also trained by Chad. Why in God's name would they have the 3 and the 4 battle up front? Buta Cache is 2 for 2 going to the front with Frankie Dettori. Dettori's back on. I'm sick of banging my head against the wall with speed horses on the turf. I know she'll be the second choice in here. Your horse is more likely, but I can't do this anymore. I'm taking the 4 and hoping the price is a little bit better.
No, that's a great answer. So, and the fact that when they're going to the lead on the turf, I almost think some of these clocks are wrong. It's so slow. Like I saw like 26. I was like, is that on the turf? I'm like, what? It was wet yesterday, a little bit heavy yesterday, but also it's been happening up here. You know, I've seen you guys talk about this on the turf in New York. These jockeys don't go after other horses. Like every turf horse, they want to wait and make one run. If you go to the front of a turf horse in Saratoga, you can win a lot of races. And Tori's 2 for 2 is the early speed in this race. And I have to bet this horse, hoping the pace is what it's been in 2 other starts for this horse, and she can go wire to wire. That's my hope. And then, and listen, that's what's happening with these. I mean, she was 25 and 50 last race, and nobody was. She was a length and a half ahead. So what were they running? 27. Yeah, you know, and the other speed in here is also trained by Chad. So why would Chad? And by the way, two steps in the race, I'll realize they're going to battle up front. Year 5 is going to come win for fun, but at least on paper, should have lone speed, should have a front end ride, and if the turf played like it did in the 1 race yesterday, that's good enough for me. And I actually was I was going against the favorite. I was actually taking the 2. Yeah, that scratched. I mean that might have, sort of 3 or 4 to 1, but. They hate playing the chalk, but I just feel like in this race, it just sets up nicely for Gina Romantica. Although it's $1 million horse, and it's not like it wins all the time. It's lost the last 4 races, but in Grade 1. So whatever. Yeah, she's really good. I totally get it. I'm being stubborn here. I totally admit that. You're on the more likely winner in this spot. Where are you sitting today? We're sitting inside. We had some friends who set us up with some tickets inside, so we'll take the boys. We'll dress up a little bit and hopefully stay out of trouble and save some bankroll for Travers Saturday. I know that's the thing. That's the scary thing when you go 3 days. It's like you got to make it to Saturday. Yeah, there's a withdrawal button on the app, and it's like, do I want to deposit or withdraw? And unfortunately, it's been the summer of deposits on DK Horse for me. So they're doing well. I need to do better. Hopefully, it starts with this double here today, and the cards the next couple of days. Saturday's card is just all right. Chris, Chris, are you listening on DraftKings? My buddy Chris, one of the good boys from DraftKings. We're losing money. We need bonuses. We need big bonuses. I did. To their credit, I saw a deposit bonus in there this morning. I did see a deposit bonus for current players. I think I saw that today. If I'm wrong, I apologize. Chris, no, it's supposed. So I think I saw that. PJ, did they? So we were all set up to give it for yesterday. But then they axed it right before the show. So what happened? They put it up again?
I don't know. I haven't checked yet, so I don't think I've gotten any emails or anything.
I got an email last night saying, "Oh, your wish, all the regular players are going to get the bonus now." Yes. So hopefully that happens. We've been working on it. I've been sick of new players. New players are great, but what about the degenerates? We need the bonuses. I think again. I'll double check, but I think we have. It's supposed to. It's a DGen deposit reload here, and it's a good one too. So I haven't done it yet. I'll definitely be doing it before Travers. That is a lock. That's a lock. All right. Well, thanks for coming on, and we'll see you up there. I'll see you up here on Saturday. Have a good safe try, buddy. See you. Thanks.